I'm outside Gym U in Chelsea, New York City. I've been lifting at this gym since June 2023 when they opened, but this is not sponsored. I have no affiliation with Gym U. In fact, I actually have some beef with this gym, which I'll tell you about later. But for now, I just want to give you a fair, unbiased look inside so you can see whether or not this gym is worth it. Okay, so without further ado, let's go inside. So Gym U is the latest creation of David Barton. Now, some older viewers might know better than I. Who is David Barton? Well, from what I understand, he was a straight guy who was big in the gay club scene in the 80s and the 90s, and he's famous for just being incredulously jacked at a time when fitness was far less ubiquitous in the culture than it is today. David Barton has opened several New York gyms. His name and his legacy still attract backers. I will say he is incredibly respected, especially by a lot of straight gym bros. He seems to always be flanked by an entourage of Padawans who work out with him. And that brings me to my next point. David is always at this gym. He's always on the gym floor. He's not necessarily approachable or talkative in my experience, but I really respect that he's always on site. He's always showing a presence and using the equipment he's obviously very passionate about. And when the boss is around, everybody's on their best behavior. And it is very obvious that David has a certain standard that he wants maintained. So for example, something I'll say about Gym U straight off the bat is that it is immaculate. As far as gyms go, I think the cleaning at this gym is unmatched, and that's all thanks to this army of young dudes who are just working meticulously behind the scenes, and they are the backbone of this gym. They put up with a lot of crazy behavior from the clientele that I'll illuminate later, but these guys are just incredibly hardworking. I want to give them a massive shout out. They don't get enough thanks. Now, the gym itself, I appreciate that half the gym is not dedicated to treadmills like some other gyms. As you can probably see, this is a lifting gym. All the equipment in this gym is Panada from Italy. It's very expensive. It's like the Ferrari of gym equipment. But in my opinion, Panada is sometimes too hyper-focused on like isolate muscle groups. And actually, my favorite piece of equipment in this entire gym is over here. This humble cable press, which is actually not even Panada. Like I said, very hyper-focused, difficult to get a compound workout in here. There is only one bench press in the entire gym, but that said, there is also literally every possible machine that you can imagine, and you just won't find them in other gyms. So I would say if your physique is already at a certain level and you're looking to fine-tune specific areas, this gym is your best bet. For instance, my chest is lagging behind. I'm very shoulder dominant. My shoulders take the lion's share on bench and Smith press. So with these Panada machines, I've really been able to effectively target my chest. This machine is a perfect synecdoche for this gym because I had no idea how to use this fancy Panada machine, but then I just watched how the trainers here used it, and honestly, like, they're super nice. I haven't bought a training session from them. I have no money, and they know that, but they still will like give you advice on how to use it if they're walking by. Some of the trainers here are really nice that way, and so just through osmosis of being at the gym, I am watching people, I have learned how to use this machine. Now, for facilities amenities. These are decent, but not amazing. So obviously Gym U is competing with Equinox, and I think for equipment, aesthetics, and vibes, it's no contest. Gym U is far and away the winner. However, for amenities, Equinox, despite the fact that they've famously cut back on Kiehl's products and all that stuff, Equinox still cinches the win in this department. Gym U makes an attempt at providing body lotion, mouthwash, deodorant, but it just feels a little basic for the price point. The steam room, now this needs its own chapter. Okay, obviously I couldn't get footage of the steam room, but there is a steam room and a sauna, and the sauna is co-ed, the steam room is not. If you haven't noticed by now, this is a very gay gym, and the steam room sometimes feels like the main draw at this gym. I'm not a prude, nor am I claiming to be an angel myself, but it's 2 p.m. on a Monday, guys. Because of this, there is a camera in the steam room. Now, this doesn't bother me, and I think it's mostly for show, just so the management can say that they're doing something, but it is worth mentioning. The camera, obviously, is only in the men's steam room. You ready for some more? This is not just a YMCA sign, this is the YMCA sign, because this building is the original YMCA. So this gym was entirely gay when it opened. Now there's a few ladies and straight bros who come because, in case I haven't made this clear, Gym U has the best equipment on offer in New York, but it's still 90% gay. This is an issue because, without bleeding into a whole other topic, all I'll say is that American gays specifically are under-socialized because they were all bullied in high school. And how that manifests here is a severe lack of gym etiquette. Many members are divas. They're too important to re-rack their own weights. Working in on a set with someone is a just completely foreign concept. And the vibe can be a little snooty. However, I have found that anyone who's actually in shape or clearly knows what they're doing in a gym is always a pleasure to deal with. They're nice and generous. And lately it seems like more and more people like this who are serious about fitness are joining this gym. So the vibe is definitely getting much friendlier. It's less sceney. And I've made some friends at the gym. And before you say anything, I made these friends outside the steam room. Okay, they're mostly straight dudes, actually. So yeah. Pricing. Okay, I don't know how much a membership is exactly, and everybody has their own deal. It's cheaper than Equinox for sure. I think right now the price is about $200 a month, but that number might already be irrelevant by the time you're watching this video. What I will tell you is my experience with pricing. So I joined this gym before it even opened, when it was just an Instagram post, so I have a founding member rate. This year, they tried to raise my rate by 15%, which I threw a bitch fit about because I just think that is so obscenely greedy, disrespectful to the founding members who supported you from the beginning. And on the day that my membership was about to expire, along comes Paul. Paul was a peacemaker. He's a different membership advisor, and he got everyone to calm down. And with David's explicit approval, they honored my original membership rate, and I renewed. And David, who doesn't say much, gave me a little wink and a smile the next time I saw him. So all is well. If you're looking to get in on a membership, do it through Paul for the fairest rate, but also don't be afraid to push back. Don't be afraid to negotiate. That's how gyms operate. Ironically, this is actually the one area where it's okay to be a diva. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate your eyes and your ears. I hope this video was able to help you. I hope it was illuminating. And I would appreciate if you could get me back with a nice big fat thumbs up. It really helps me. It's a free way that you can help out my channel. It tells YouTube that you enjoyed this and it pushes it to other like-minded people. And if you did enjoy me, then you can subscribe and for more content. Okay, thank you so much. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Pròxima parada, Àngel Guimerà. Correspondència amb les línies 3, 5 i 9.